Hi, welcome to my channel. Once again, I request you before going into the details of the video. Again, I request you subscribe this channel if you are seeing my video. Of course, this is a new channel. Your subscription will make my channel to grow and make my channel to reach many people in India. And even like the video, comment under the video, and if possible, share the video even. Okay, coming to the point here, there is a bill introduced in Parliament, that is Immigration and Foreigners Bill by Amit Shah ji. So what Amit Shah ji saying, that just listen to him what he says that.
इसमें प्रवेश निषेध का प्रावधान है। कुछ सदस्यों ने इसका विरोध भी किया। राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा या सार्वजनिक स्वास्थ्य के लिए खतरा पाया जाएगा, उसको प्रवेश की अनुमति नहीं दी जाएगी। माननीय देश धर्मशाला नहीं, जो चाहे जिस उद्देश्य से चाहे यहाँ आकर रह जाएगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा।
He says that many people are coming to India. I mean, if whoever wants, they come to India, and will not allow that to happen, because India is not Dharmashala. India is not a charity organization, and he says that it's not Dharmashala. So we will stop these illegal immigrants in India. It is good if government really wants to stop the illegal immigration by the neighboring countries, and if it is for national security purpose, we appreciate and we should appreciate the government of India for introducing this bill. If it's solely for that purpose of national security and stopping the illegal immigration, but opposition parties also some valid points that we'll see what they're saying that.
कानूनी तरीके से देश के अंदर अपने देश को और हमारे देश को समृद्ध करने कोई आता है तो इसका स्वागत है, मगर सुरक्षा के लिए खतरा है, उसको रोकने का प्रावधान करने का हमारी संसद का अधिकार था कि ये बिल बहुत पहले आना चाहिए था।
So Amit Shah ji said, if anybody wants to come to India, they can come to India for the benefit of the country, for to develop the country, but not for the security reasons, not at the risk of security. That's what he said. See, there is one more BJP supporter, I think, and he's a police officer. What he's saying, that just listen to him.
तो ये पूर्व पुलिस अधिकारी हूँ, 37.5 वर्ष वर्दी पहनी है, और जो हम लोगों ने झेला है और वो आज मोदी जी साकार करने जा रहे हैं। आज हमारे देश में लाखों लाख बांग्लादेशी, रोहिंग्या, यहाँ वैसे अरे पूरे दुनिया में 58 इस्लामिक देश हैं, ये वहां क्यों नहीं जाते? ये पाकिस्तान में क्यों नहीं जाते? ये बांग्लादेशी सऊदी अरब क्यों नहीं जाते? इराक जाते? वो नहीं लेते, ये आते हैं भारत में, और यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में तमाम लोग जाते हैं, क्योंकि इनका जो मकसद है वो बनाना है, ये दारुल हर्ब है, नॉन इस्लामिक है, तो मकसद रहता है जो नॉन इस्लामिक देश है उसको इस्लामिक बनाना, और उसी मंशा इनकी भारत की है, गजवाए हिंद। और ये जो आ रहा बिल, ये गजवाए हिंद की जो मंशा है उसको तार तार करने वाला बिल होगा, और जितने ये अवैध बांग्लादेशी रोहिंग्या हैं उनको निकाल बाहर किया जाएगा।
हिंदुस्तान
So what he says, that the police officer, he says that the lakhs of Bangladeshis and Rohingyas are coming into India illegally. And he says that why they are only coming to India, because they are Muslims, and Bangladesh and Rohingyas are Muslims, and if they don't like their country, why can't they go to their Muslim countries, and why they're coming and entering into our India, why they're entering in our country to India, they can go to their Muslim countries, because they all are coming to India because to make India as a Muslim country, to make India as a Muslim nation. So this bill will collapse all these conspiracies behind to make India as a Muslim country or a Muslim nation. So Narendra Modi ji has introduced this bill to prevent those Muslim Bangladeshis and Rohingyas into country. So what I feel is that it's not like that Bangladeshis and Rohingyas are coming to India not because it is a Hindu country, they want to make India as a Muslim country. See, fundamentally it is our neighbor. If there are some riots are going on in Bangladesh, it is not living friendly there at present, so they want to flee the country. So it is easy to enter in India because it's our nearest border. Muslims going to Iran, going to Japan, Iran, Iraq, they can go. See, all those illegal immigrants, see, they cannot go with the immigration process. If they go for immigration process, they need to pay money, they need to get visas, they need to get permission to enter their country. So those who cannot pay the money, those who cannot, pay for visas and flight charges, and what they do is they find these donkey routes and they enter into the country. So same like Rohingyas and Bangladeshis, they all poor people. They are crossing the border and entering into in India. So the reason is that it is very nearest country, so they're coming. It's not that they want to make a Hindu country as a Muslim nation. So that much conspiracy may not be there in the poor Muslims and all. Okay, they just want to flee Bangladesh and enter into country because it's our nearest country. So whatever it may be, so of course this BJP people, they will generally speak in those lines, and there's nothing wrong in that. But what opponents are saying, just listen to them. I think he's a Samajwad Party MP. Listen what he's saying.
उनके लोगों के मन मस्तिष्क से वो तस्वीर अभी भी नहीं जा रही है, जहां हमने देखा कि इलीगल इमिग्रेशन के नाम पर हमारे नौजवानों को हथकड़ियों और बेड़ियों में हमारे देश में वापस भेजा गया, और भी प्रधानमंत्री जी आने के बाद, और सरकार खामोश रही। मैं गृह मंत्री जी यहाँ बैठे हैं, हमारे हजारों लोगों को भेजा गया। अगर डंका बज रहा है, देश की व्यवस्था इतनी अच्छी है, तो डंकी रूट से जाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं थी। लेकिन मैं एक बात करना चाहता हूं समानता और आत्मसम्मान के नाम पर, कि अगर हमारे देश में एक भी अभी दिसंबर 24 में देहरादून में जसवा योहान रिचर्डसन पकड़े गए थे सैटेलाइट फोन के साथ। हमारे यहाँ तो लोग रोजी रोजगार की तलाश में गए थे, सैटेलाइट वाला तो जासूस भी हो सकता है। 2023 में बिहार में पकड़े गए थे अमेरिकन सिटीजन जो नेपाल क्रॉस करना चाहते थे। गृह मंत्री जी, मैं आपसे चाहूंगा कि एक भी अगर अमेरिकन पकड़ा जाता है तो क्या वैसे ही हथकड़ियों में और बेड़ियों में आप वापस अमेरिका भेजेंगे, समानता का अधिकार रखेंगे, या सारे नियम कानून खाली हिंदुस्तान के लिए है? Part 3 of the
So what he's saying that MP, he says that Home Minister is here only, and he's saying that India is developed well and he is very good. India is India is super duper, and he's praising India so much. But you are unable to give employment to the youth in India, because you fail to give employment to youth in India. The Indian youth are choosing the donkey routes to enter into other countries illegally. So there are lakhs of Indians, they are finding, or they are choosing the donkey route and entering into different countries illegally. It is because of your failure to provide employment in India. So because you have failed to provide employment in India, these people they are going to illegally there, and they are being caught there. See, there are many people are caught by America, and their hands were handcuffed and the legs were chained and they sent back to India. I am asking the Home Minister here, there are many Americans are also coming to India illegally. Somewhere in, he said somewhere 2013 or some 1 year, he said, okay, he said there is one American caught in India that who came to India illegally. Can you do same thing, like handcuff the American and chain his leg and send back to America? Can India chain or handcuff an American, send back to India, how they did to our Indians? Please answer, Amit Shahji. That is what he said. Okay. But it's a valid question, right? Will our India do the same thing to the Americans? Because there are many Indians are humiliated and handcuffed and they sent back to India through flight, forcibly. They tortured there in America, all those illegal immigrants. But India also catching many illegal immigrants, and why we are not treating them so the similar way? It is a very good question asked by the MP there. Okay, now see, Manish Tiwari is talking something else. I think he's speaking in English, because since my channel is English channel, so I need not to explain again. You just can listen to him.
Constitution codifies the fundamental rights which are available to every person / every citizen of India. This bill is in violation of those fundamental rights on multiple counts. And with your permission, allow me to enumerate those violations of fundamental rights. Clause 3.1 through its first proviso, grants omnibus powers to the Union government to restrict the entry of any foreigner into India ostensibly on grounds of national security, sovereignty, integrity, relations with a foreign state, public health, or any other reasons as may be specified by the central government. The second proviso to clause 3.1 fails to provide an appeal mechanism against the decision of the immigration officer which violates fundamental rights, which violates the fundamental canons of natural justice and jurisprudence. Furthermore, the first proviso of clause 3.1 with absolute discretion in the government to prohibit the entry of any foreign national, including persons of Indian origin. This provision has the potential to be misused if any government of the day feels that the political views or ideological beliefs of any individual or consensuous dissenter are not conformist in nature with the disposition of the current establishment. This constitutes a clear violation of Article 14 of the Constitution, which guarantees equality before law and equal protection of the laws to any person, a term that explicitly encompasses foreigners also. I will then जो ये कहता है कि
I think he understood what Manish Tiwari said, because it is English channel. He also spoke in English. All the English viewers are seeing this video. But I'm just I'm just saying that what he said is, Manish Tiwari says that there are many NRIs. I mean, clause 3 says that it gives enormous powers to government of India. It gives enormous powers to government of India to restrict the entry of foreigners to in India. And there is a subclause also that including Indians. It was written including Indians. That means those Indians who settled in foreign countries. The government of India has powers to stop in the name of illegal immigration to those NRIs also. So if you have powers to stop the NRIs, there is a possibility this will be misused, because if any NRI talks against your government or your political party, and they will misuse this power to stop them to come to India. Say for example, all political parties have NRI wings, like BJP has NRI wing, Congress has NRI wing. All political parties, even regional parties, they are having NRI wings in foreign countries, and the social media activists are sitting in foreign and they're making trollings and tweeting, right? They're doing all social media activities from the foreign countries, all Indian political parties. So now, say for example, Dhruvrati is one person who is actually sitting in a foreign country and is making all the videos and all this, Dhruvrati, right? If this bill passes, they can restrict Dhruvrati also to not to come to India, because if Dhruvrati has some other citizenship somewhere there, some another country, and he is a citizen there, and he will be treated as a foreigner, and they don't allow him to come to in India, because the government of India has enormous powers to stop anybody. So that is the risk. That is what actually Manish Tiwari says, that you misuse this to stop NRIs to come to India. It's not a correct bill. That is what he says. So he opposed this bill on these grounds, and he is also talking about medical issues. Listen to him first.
Every hospital, nursing home, or medical institution should furnish information regarding any foreigner admitted for treatment along with the details of the attendants. This runs counter to the established principles of medical ethics and violates international commitments, including Article 6 of the International Covenant of Civil and Political Rights and Article 21 of the Constitution of India. My submission, Mr. Speaker, sir, is either this bill should be withdrawn or this should be referred to a joint parliamentary committee for very careful consideration, because it violates multiple articles of the fundamental rights under the Constitution of India.
So that's what actually he also referred about medical this one. There is in the clause, it is also that all the patients who are coming from abroad to India for medical treatment, they should provide all the details. So that is against fundamental rights of any individual, that giving their on what disease he is having and what is the degree of disease and he is suffering with what disease. These are all breach of privacy. If a patient doesn't like to tell his disease outside and tell that I have this disease, okay. But the government of India is making a policy in this foreigners and immigration bill to declare all the details of medical details of a person who is coming to India. So he says that it is against the fundamental rights of international medical ethics. There are some, because even Indians will go to different countries for treatment. So foreigners also will come to India for Ayurvedic medicines and all. Right? India is famous for Ayurvedic treatment, and also many foreigners will come here for Ayurvedic treatment. So he says that giving a details of disease and degree of disease, how long is suffering, what is the severity, and these are all degradation of human dignity. So maybe you need to refer this bill to parliamentary committee for reconsideration. That is what Manish Tiwari said. Okay. And there is one more person speaking here. He is also speaking in English. Acha, he is speaking.
ठीक है, उसका हम स्वागत करते हैं, लेकिन वो व्यक्ति अगर वर्तमान सरकार का आलोचक हो, तो उसको भारत में प्रवेश करने से बंद किया जाए या बाधा दिया जाए। ऐसे कई हमने उदाहरण देखे। हमारे महाराष्ट्र के जो सांसद थे, उन्होंने कई उदाहरण लिए कि किस प्रकार से अगर भारत की अगर कोई आलोचक हो, चाहे वो भारतीय हो क्यों ना हो, लेकिन अभी विदेश में रहते हैं, सिर्फ और सिर्फ उनके राजनीतिक विचारधारा के कारण उनको भारत में प्रवेश करने से बाधा दिया जाता है। और मुझे लगता है अब इस नए बिल के द्वारा कोई काम.
So he's also telling the same thing what actually Manish Tiwari said, and he's also saying that many Indians are there in foreign country, and you people intentionally restrict some people to come to India. So that is not good, and is giving example of Maharashtra, and someone is there in Maharashtra, and then he has faced that issue. If the government, if any political party, they wanted to misuse this bill to, stop the opponent parties supporters who are in America and are somewhere in Japan, somewhere who are in abroad, and if they want to come to India, intentionally they'll restrict them. So this bill will be misused. That is what he says. That of course there are both the arguments are valid. One government argument is also valid, that for national security we stop, and whatever the opposition people raising the issues, also valid points which government need to address immediately. Thank you.